Hey, what's up everybody? KP here, and I'm back with another pacemaker post-operation update. It's been over 2 weeks now, so probably like 2.5 weeks, maybe 18, 19 days or something. So the wound itself isn't looking too bad, so I was separating those out before, but I'm just going to go ahead and show it. So if you're squeamish, fair warning right now. It's looking real good. There's like no more yellowness from the bruising at all. The wound itself is way less swollen. These steri strips are still pretty freaking stuck on there. The doctor said that when I shower I can kind of pull them up a little bit and I can trim them off, and I just haven't done it. I probably should. They're itchy as hell. That's really the worst thing of this whole thing. It's itchy right under where this adhesive is, but I mean, that's, like I said, that's the worst. To be honest, I forget I have this thing. I completely do. It's I can't lift still for another month more than 10 pounds, and I can't drive, but that's mainly due to a state law from the fainting issues that I was having, which is that 6 months after you have fainting, you cannot drive. So that's otherwise, besides that, the doctor said I'd be clear to drive by now. So somebody was asking about sleeping, and I'm sleeping totally fine now. For the first like 2 days after, I had a little bit of trouble. I mean, well, actually, the first day it was no problem at all. I was exhausted from not really sleeping too well in the hospital, so when I got home, I rested pretty well. The second and third day were a little bit harder to get good sleep. I was kind of waking up a lot, but I would sort of lay 2 pillows like on my side, as well as one behind, and then I could kind of lean and not worry about turning over. You know what I mean? So try something like that maybe. Because I kind of had that same concern. What if I roll over in the middle of the night on this thing? Is it going to hurt? Is it going to break open? I don't know, because I didn't do it, but I would say probably try to avoid doing that if possible. I have it on this side. I was able to kind of lay on my other side here and have this up in the air. At one point, I even laid on my stomach with my shoulder hanging off the bed. But you know, that was just because I really couldn't get comfortable. And this was only about 2 days. By the 4th day after the surgery, I was pretty much back to sleeping. And normally, I could go on my side or stomach without really worrying too much. So yeah, I hope that helped. Feel free to ask any questions. Seems like it's going to be pretty, similar coming off here, but I guess maybe once these steri strips come off, I'll come back on and record another update with how the actual scar itself looks. But like I said, this has been really a crazy experience. The mental aspect is the hardest thing to deal with, and it's not because it's like mentally it's because there's like all this weight to the word of having a pacemaker. It just sounds like this big thing, so in your head it's kind of built up into a really large thing that's gonna impact your life and keep you from doing all kinds of things. But I mean, besides the lifting, which has actually frankly just got me out of doing chores, it's really has not like affected or dragged me down at all. I've been still, in case it matters, drinking beers at night and having a good time. So yeah, it's just there. And like a lot of people have said to me, it's like an extra safety net now. You kind of have this extra sort of confidence that you do have a sort of a backup battery, if you will. Or also, I don't know, I think it's given me some kind of new sort of outlook or respect, appreciation for just living, and all those things that maybe you were putting off, or ideas that you had, or things that you wanted to get to, now they I don't know, seem a little bit more urgent or easier to decide which ones are important and worth going after. So, alright, I think I should probably stop here. But feel free to leave any questions in the comments, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Alright, be well.